Well, today before I as I move forward, I had the pleasure or the honor of introducing somebody to the freshman class, somebody who I got a chance to meet, got a chance to talk to. I had the opportunity to, have some, dialogue with this individual. Some people may have known this person before today. Some people may have seen this person, when you logged on to the Medgar's website and you looked on the home page. Well, as I learned, this person is not a lightweight. This person is a heavyweight with a very extensive bio, very impressive background. As I've learned that this individual came from a humble beginning, like most of us, every one of us in here today, which made it easier for me to relate to this person. And I know a lot of us today, didn't grow up with silver spoons in our mouth, right? And this individual, he was actually the former president of the University of the District of Columbia, where he was leading where he led the only public university in Washington, D.C., and the nation's only urban land-grant university from July 2002 all the way to June 2007. And hold on. I'm not finished. Hold on. I told you this person is not a lightweight. Under his leadership, the university also fulfilled many missions in servicing the citizens of the District of Columbia. Prior to accepting his presidency of the University of the District of Columbia, this individual was the dean and founder of the Syracuse University College of Human Services and Health Profession, and the founder of the School of Social Work. With his career in higher education, this spanned more than 25 years. And this individual began his tenure at Syracuse in 1989 and serving as the dean of Syracuse University in the School of Social Work. Prior to his work at Syracuse, he served as the dean and founder of Grambling State University. This person received his PhD from the University of Chicago in 1976. And he also received his MSW from the University of North Carolina School of Social Work and a BA from Shore University. He also married the former Marriott Chance of Wilmington, North Carolina, and presently they have 2 sons. As he stated before, he doesn't have 3 sons, 4 sons, or 5 sons. But I have the distinctive pleasure, and again, can the students of Medgar College give a standing ovation? Hold up, we like a standing ovation for the distinct president of Medgar College, Dr. William L. Pollard.
That's quite an act for me to follow. And I was wondering where we were going to go with that. But I know now that I made a good decision in having that introduction because I felt that it was truly, truly from the heart. And I also felt the greeting that you gave me this morning is from the heart as well. One's struggle is individual, but it is not unique. All life is involved in struggle. It is an inescapable aspect of life itself. So wrote the late, great preacher Howard Thurman. Greetings to you, freshman class. For the past, you can say greetings. For the past few weeks, I have walked through the halls and the classrooms of the Bedford Building, Carroll Street, and S buildings, and I've seen your faces. Perhaps not you on the front row, but perhaps you to my right. But I've seen your faces. I've had a chance to speak to some of you. But for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, let me give you a little bit more background on who I am that I did not share because I want to keep some secrets, because this guy's got a loud mouth. I am William Lawrence Pollard, the son of Betty and Linwood Pollard. My mother was a domestic worker, and my father was a laborer who, like many Americans today, knew the hardships of unemployment. They raised me and my 7 siblings in a public housing project in Raleigh, North Carolina. I attended a small church in the neighborhood and was educated in the public schools of Raleigh. I got my first job when I was 12 years old, and I've been working ever since. Sometimes the work was hard. Sometimes the work was in the sun, where I harvested tobacco in my uncle's farms in eastern North Carolina. Sometimes the work was rather easy, shelving books as I did at the Olivia Rainey Library in Raleigh. On other occasions, the work was neither hard nor easy, but it was somewhat demeaning. I once worked in a segregated hamburger drive-in that was a hangout for white teenagers. I can still vividly recalling being the one elected one evening to tell a driver that he and his family could not eat there because that hamburger joint did not serve African Americans. These experiences, young people, these experiences at work, in the family, my spiritual life, forged the man who stands before you today. I have become a person who has a deep and abiding value in history and the past. I know about hard work and sacrifice and study and effort, and I believe in diversity and the acceptance of difference. I also value faith in the possible and in wisdom. And perhaps more than anything else, I learned that the world can change if people work hard at it, and no matter where you grow up, regardless of your racial, family, and community circumstances, you can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Much has changed since I was a young man growing up in Raleigh, North Carolina. The differences in our ages are not just chronological. They are experiential. The times that shaped me just as they are shaping you now. But there are some differences in the times that produced me and you. You, my young friends, are being shaped by a time that gave this nation its first president of African descent. This is the nation that framed my childhood with memories of being forced to drink from water fountains that were designated for colored people only. You are being shaped by a time where there is a female Secretary of State. I was shaped by a mother who was born in 1919, the year before women got the right to vote. Much has changed from my parents, and many lessons I've learned from my parents still hold true. They were poor, but both were strivers who read a lot and raised their children to reach for the stars. They taught us, as your parents, I'm sure, taught you, there are no free lunches. So everything I have in life, my being here as a president today is about hard work. My being here as a president today is about a village that reared me, nurtured me, and refused to allow me to succumb to the temptations of the street. I received some tough love. Love mixed with encouragement that pushed me to reach far beyond the goals and dreams I even had for myself. I had mentors, teachers, parents, church folk, and friends that supported me, and my role here in this presidency is to support you. And I am not alone in this. There are Medgar Evers professors and staff members like Dr. Ed Catapane, a physiologist and professor of biology who involved Medgar students in many of his research projects. He has testified before the United States Congress on the value of biomedical research support programs for underserved minority youth. Another example includes freshman year program advisors Charles Jones and Leistra Huggins-Anderson, who teach gender-specific seminars that provide young men and women like yourselves with college success strategies like time management and test-taking tips. Some professors are like Guggenheim Award-winning playwright Thomas Bradshaw, whose play Bereaved received raves in the New York Times and will show you the meaning of success. The entire Medgar family is here to support you. Helping you to realize your dreams and aspiration is the primary reason we are here. Without you, there would be no us. Let me repeat that. Without you, there would be no us. We work for you. Without you, there would be no us. We work for you. Let me say this again, for this statement reflects, let me say to you first that I want us to be here at Medgar Evers College the most student-centered college in CUNY. We want to earn the right to have you here. Without you, there would be no us, as I have said earlier. And so I say again, I want Medgar Evers College to be recognized as the leading student-centered college in CUNY and beyond.